Welcome to the second segment of tutorial 2, and let's continue with shortcuts. An adequate definition for a shortcut is an easy alternative to a longer path, and this is fitting for the shortcuts of SpeechToText Basic, because by using a shortcut you are able to define with keywords of your choosing a longer segment of text that would be difficult to pronounce. So let's see how they work, and I'm going to create 3 shortcuts that you may end up creating at some point, similar ones, and my first one is going to be a smiley. There is no word that you can say that the recognizer, the Power SpeechToText Basic, will interpret as a smiley. But if you can create a shortcut, that allows you to do this. So this involves clicking Add Shortcut, and under Shortcut, entering the keyword that you want to invoke the smiley with. So we'll enter smiley, and under long text, I'll paste the smiley, which is the desired text that when printed, once I pronounce this keyword, and click Save Shortcut. I'm going to also create a shortcut out of a long piece of text that is difficult to pronounce. Let's pretend it's my uncle's name. I'm also going to add another keyword to it with identical spelling, except no apostrophe. And lastly, I'm going to create a shortcut involving multi-line text. My signature, because that's what it is, it's just a generic signature. Okay, let's see how those shortcuts work. Do me a favor and print a smiley for me, please. Add paragraph. My uncle's name is quite long, isn't it? Question mark. Add paragraph, my signature. So this is quite easier than actually printing the longer versions of these shortcuts, right? And in the case of the smiley, this would be impossible. There is no word for a smiley, as far as I know. So, okay. Shortcuts also have a similar user interface to commands. Just hover over a shortcut, and this is going to trigger into display a secondary flyout that lists the keywords that are associated with this shortcut. But a big difference between shortcuts and commands is that shortcuts are user-defined, and you can add shortcuts, as we've seen, and also delete shortcuts. And those are 2 actions that you can do with commands, which are hard-coded. And the predefined shortcuts, there are some predefined shortcuts, and those are the commonly used termination punctuation marks. So please leave those and don't delete them. Okay? And let's move on to the next button, which is the Open File button. Delete document. It allows you to import a text file into the app. If the text file has paragraphs, meaning that chunks of text are separated from each other by new line characters, the app is going to place them in paragraph boxes and make the last paragraph speech recognition enabled. Let's confirm this. Select blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies. Next, next, next. round bracket. If you want to navigate to a different block to make alterations, you can do this using the go up or go down voice commands. Go up, go up, and let's add some text just to prove a point, ellipsis. You can use the save button to save your content as a file type of type docx or doc or RTF or HTML or TXT. And there's also the option to save your content as a PDF file, though this is done through the print button, and clicking it launches this printer dialog. Yeah, this is the file, this is the document, this is the imported text file, and if you want to save this as a PDF file, simply choose Microsoft Print to PDF, click Print, enter a name for the file, such as doc, click Save, and the file now is going to be saved. It's going to be found under Documents, and let's open it. Okay. Back to the printer dialog. If you were wondering how a text file got to look like this with a heading and subheadings, it's because SpeechToText Basic converts paragraphs that are 100 characters in length or less into a heading and subheadings. So into a heading if it's the first paragraph, and into subheadings if they are consecutive paragraphs. So just remember the 100 character rule if you want to produce nicely segmented articles. Okay, this is the email button, and it allows you to send your content to email addresses coming from your contacts list, or ones that you can type into this box here. You can also attach some files to the email, and once ready, simply click Send Email. This is the Copy to Clipboard button, and it's a quicker way to save the content as a file. Okay, so just pasted it onto a text editor. This clears the or deletes all these paragraphs, and this is an irreversible action, so please handle with care. And this is the connectivity button that lets you know how you're connected to the internet and how strong that connection is. It may be useful information since SpeechToText Basic does require an internet connection to function. And this is the tutorials button, so since they are in progress, I won't talk too much about this button right now. So, thanks very much for watching tutorial 2, and see you in the next tutorial.